Good evening, sir. My name is Nishalini. Now I'm going to talk about the introduction. Teenager is someone who is between 13 to 19 years old. In Malaysia, the average teen spend 1,600 a year, mostly on food and clothing. But they are also saving more money earlier on in life than ever before. After that, teens look for brands that support the causes they are passionate about or are known for being more ethical. After that, teens are grow up in the digital age, are quick to drop brands with slow service or glitch websites and turn to online shopping or mobile ordering to avoid lines at their favorite stores. Thank you.
Selamat sejahtera to Sir and all my friends. My name is Claudia Lipa from Group 7. Now I would like to continue for body part 1, which is about teenagers' habits. For question number 1, what do teenagers normally buy? They normally buy is food, clothing, shoes, personal care, that's something like makeup, skincare. Also they buy accessories, that means like bracelet, ring, necklace, earrings, something like that lah. And they also buy some gadgets. For question number 2, what are their favorite shopping centers, entertainment centers, and eating places? And for favorite shopping centers, they usually go to City Square, Danga Bay, Mid Valley, Paradigm, and Watsons for girls that want to buy some makeup or skincare. And for favorite entertainment centers, they also go to V-Box, KTV, and Merah Kitchen and Bar. For V-Box KTV, these are for karaoke places. For teenagers that love to singing along with their friends, they can go to this place because this place usually famous, something like that lah, because that place really beautiful and always perfect if you want to take some pictures with your friends. And for Merah Kitchen and Bar, these are restaurant like something bar or club lah. These also beautiful places and also famous too for teenager lah. And for favorite eating places, they also go to Bottle and Glass Cafe and Bar, and Jeju Korea BBQ restaurant, and Kedai Mama. For teenagers that love to try something new food that related to Korean, they always go to Jeju Korea BBQ restaurant because that place will give you some order to eating food like Korean lah. And also Kedai Mama, they always go there because they want to get some free Wi-Fi and for lepak with their friends, and internet also free, same like Wi-Fi that I mentioned before. And also Kedai Mama is not bad lah, have some cheap price. Okay, question number 3, what is the latest fashion they follow? Okay, for girls, they love to wear some long cardigans, maxi skirts, sweat shirts, and Korean style, which is something like coat with a t-shirt inside, and street style. Street style is famous lah. And for boys, the hipster style, budak Subang Jaya, and the hypebeast. Okay, budak Subang Jaya, they usually always used by them because if you know some song that title of Havoc by Jovizo, they just follow that singer style on that song Havoc lah. And question number 4, how much money do they spend? Okay. Usually they will use their money depending on the gifts from their parents, and they also use money from their own work and their own savings. If the teenagers have a well-to-do family, I mean something like rich people, they will usually use the money of 1,000 ringgit and above, while the average teenagers only use money of 100 ringgit and above to buy what they deserve and what they want according to their own targets that have been made. And question number 5, where do they get the money? Normally they get that from their parents, their savings, or their own money, which means they work by themselves just because want to get some money and want to buy something like they want to buy. And question number 6, why do they want to be fashionable? This because they want to follow the trends and also follow their friends and Insta famous that always want to look stylish and love fashion. And question number 7, what kind of problems or pressure do teenagers face? Okay, for this they normally face some personal problems which trouble families and lacking the love of mothers and fathers, forced to do things they did not like, something like uninterested course and get married at a young age just because some promises with their parents' friends lah. And parents over emphasis work, and this always happen in our country and also in other country because they only focus on money. With other words, they crazy over money, and they just call that money everything for them. And also they problem or pressure to teenager face is because divorced mothers and fathers, so they doesn't have or doesn't get any love from their parents just because of this and feel stressed, something like that. Okay, question number 8, write their interest on movies, games, handphone, hairstyle, makeup, and karaoke. Okay, for movies, they also love to watch Titanic, Star Wars, which is episode 4, and which is A New Hope once, 1977. And they also love to watch Avengers that has some 4 series. And lastly, they also love to watch 365 days, and this on Netflix movie. And for games, they love to play PUBG, Mobile Legends or League of Legends, and VR 360. For handphone, they also love to use Asus ROG Phone 5 and iPhone 12 Pro, Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, and Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G. For hairstyle, this for boys, They love to cut their hair like side part, main bun, and top knot, curly crop, and fade and pompadour. For girls, pompadour, shoulder length, and long and straight, and also bands of fringes. For makeup, for girls, they love to use Channel brand, IT cosmetics brands, Urban Decay brands, NYX brand, Fenty, Cover FX, and Maybelline brands. And lastly, for karaoke places, they usually go to Ziggy's Lounge rooms and cocktail bar and superstar family KTV. Ziggy's Lounge rooms and cocktail bar. These no better places because that places just sound like VK V Box KTV just because that places should to taking some pictures with your friends, and it's almost like bar la pretty beautiful place. And superstar family KTV, they love this because they can go with their family and karaoke together, spending time together with their family, something like that lah. So yeah, that's all from me, and thank you.
Good evening to Sir Mutu. My name is Nur Asyikin and I'm from Group 7. Today I'm going to present about the second body part, which is the opinion of 4 teenagers on their spending habits. So the first teenager is Siti Nur Hidayah binti Nordin. She is 19 years old and a graduate from Foundation of Law in UiTM Dengkil. And the thing that she usually buys is clothing and accessories. And why did she buy it? Because she loves to go along with the fashion trend and it is for her own satisfaction, and she buys it during the sales hour or the sales day, and the platform that she uses is online shopping, which is Shopee, and she get the money from her family and her saving, which is less than 100 ringgit a month. The next teenager is Hafiz Shazwan bin Afandi. He is 19 years old and a student at Polytechnic Melima Melaka. And based on the interview, he said that he usually buys room decoration, and the reason why he buys it is to decorate his room, and he buys it this year, and he buys it on the same platform as the first teenager, which is online Shopee, and he did get the money from his parents and his online business, which is 150 ringgit in a month. Moving on to the third teenagers, which is Gabriela Anaksang. She is 19 years old and a student at Asian Metropolitan University. And the thing that she usually buys is food and her skincare routine. And the reason she buys it because she buys the skincare when she runs out of it. And while for food, she thinks because it is very necessary. And when did she buy it? She bought it when she needs it and when she have enough money to spend on it. And she buys the food at supermarket, and for the skincare she buys at Watson. And she did get the money from her parents and also her saving, which is 200 ringgit in a month. Last but not least, Frederick Sarya Anak Peter. He is 19 years old and a student at Polytechnic Kuching, Sarawak. And the thing that he usually buys is shirts and shoes. And the reason why he buys it because he have the interest in things related to fashion as well as the latest trend clothing, because it is caught his attention, and he buys it whenever he accomplished something incredible and he wanted to reward himself. And where did he buys it? He usually walk in at the mall or some stores. And lastly, from where did he get the money? He said he get the money from his parents and his saving, which is 1,500 or above. That's all from me, thank you.
Hi, my name is Patrisia Angelina. Salam sejahtera for Semutu. Today I want to present subject Microeconomics. I'm from Group 7 for this presentation. First, I'm explain to body part 2, parts interview parents that the opinion on father and mother on this matter. Okay, first my interview is Thomas Anaskudan. His age is 39 years old and his work offshore, and his income every month is 4,500. And in his opinion is this teenagers matter is yes, it is a waste of money, and some teenagers waste money because some of them buy item without checking the item, and they see the item is beautiful or just like trends and then buy the item. And teenagers will often change of fashion from time to time according to the latest trends. One of the reasons is that if teenagers does have a high fashion interest, his friend will definitely bully him, and because of this, often will dress according to trend just to reduce their risk of being harassed by their peers. So you, as a parents, needs make to sure your teens are good friend and not too fashionable. And what problem they face. Thomas said that among teenagers often face depression. Factor that strangers depression is in adolescence usually relate to issue of self-esteem, bullying, low economics, preference, sexual orientation, and also have been victims of physical or sexual abuse. If depressive symptoms persist, it can also affect physical health and may even lead to self-harm or suicide. My second interview is, her name is Puihan and her age is 46-year old, and her work like in Singapore. Her income every month is 5,000, and her opinion is yes, among teenagers nowadays it is a waste of money because whatever interesting thing they see, they want to buy, and regardless of whether their parents can afford it or not, they buy things for their wants, not for their needs. And society is one of the main factors influencing the fashion choice of teenagers. If you notice, you can see they will choose fashion that is becoming a trend of the surrounding society. Teenagers love to wear clothes that are able to help them adjust to their peers. In addition, the fashion of their friends will also determine their fashion, so be careful and ready to act if your teen friend are wearing indecent or overly westernized fashion. And problems that teenagers face is teenagers now are so easily influenced by people around them, and one of them from social media, which can have a negative impacts on friendship and change the way teenagers, it can even affect their mental health. But whatever precaution you take, teens are still vulnerable to unsafe people, unhealthy pictures, and sexual content online. Okay, my last interview is Igon Askudan. He is a sibling to my first interview. Okay, his age is 37 years old and work offshore. His income every month is 4,500, and in his opinion is teenagers spend too much with their own money. It's okay because they work and then spend with their own money. They are getting older day by day. They know how to think which is good thing and which is bad thing. If they without using their parents' money, that's no problem. At least they make their own money and spend their own money. It does better the parent, and if it better the parent, I also disagree. And in his opinion, teenagers in recent time are too influenced by what they see. Body image is a image problem that affects many teenagers girls. Magazines as well as the media affects a girl's psycho appearance. For example, when a teenager girl see a slender model on the cover of a magazine, they will do anything to look like that, and has this results in some change in teenager fashion style, as well as unhealthy approach such as bad eating habit. In addition, the internet has an impact adolescents' body image. A large number of teenagers compare themselves to what they see on the internet, which affects their body image in a negative ways. What problem teenagers face is teenagers problem also stem from parents not paying enough attention and giving love. The lack of love and attention by parents toward their children is seen to be one of the factors that lead to a number of teenagers are now increasingly a risk of getting caught up in social problems. Some teenagers who met me asked for that's my interview said some teenagers who met is asked for their opinion on how they can spend time with their parents. This proves that all they want is love. My opinion is, I think some teenagers a lot have not enough pay attention from their parents. Yes, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello sir, first I introduce myself. My name is Mahaletchumi. Today I want to talk about conclusion. The conclusion is spending habits are often influenced by tons of things. Female tends to spend money on shopping instead of boys preferring entertainment quiet anything. Family income and money support also play a crucial role in student spending habits. Teenagers with a better family salary and spend quiet, the one who have less, and students who took long also tend to spend higher as they need extra money than the scholar who depend solely on their parents. Teenagers are also easily interested in buy something unnecessary thanks to the advertisement attraction. Lastly, most of the scholar doesn't have a financial plan but still manage to spend within their budget. Based on the past analysis and questions on the web, a number of the results that I buy here are, but some product. For instance, teenagers that do not have budget be ready to spend within their budget, but maybe due to the less number of response, got completely different result. I feel this is often an honest survey to be conducted for has need to skilled Malaysian teenagers spend their habits in every day. That's all. Thank you, sir.